Let me ask you something. Why is it that some people walk through life like they're made of steel, unshakable, untouchable, while others crack the second something doesn't go their way, like spilling coffee ruins their whole day? And here's the truth. It's not because those strong people are lucky or born with special DNA. It's because they built mental strength, and most people never do because, let's be real, most of us avoid anything uncomfortable like it's the plague. We tiptoe around hard stuff, scroll endlessly, complain about traffic, and then wonder why even the smallest setback feels like the universe has it out for us. But here's the deal. Your mind is just like a muscle. If you don't put it under pressure, it stays weak. If you never struggle, you stay fragile, and the moment life throws a real punch, you break. But if you start treating struggles as training sessions, suddenly everything changes. Every challenge becomes a rep. Every failure becomes a weight that builds your strength. And that's the first mindset shift. You don't run from struggle, you use it. Because the reality is your limits are lying to you. The stuff you think you can't do is usually just your brain being lazy. Most people never even touch their actual limits because the second it gets uncomfortable, they quit. But you have no idea how strong you actually are until life forces you to find out and to prove it. Let's talk Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba. This guy is literally the poster child for rejection. He failed his college entrance exam 2 times, got rejected from 30 different jobs, including KFC when it first opened in China. And even Harvard turned him down 10 separate times. Now, most people would have given up right there. But Jack didn't. Instead, he built his mindset around rejection. He saw failure as information, not definition. And he kept going until he created one of the biggest companies in the world. That's mental toughness, refusing to stay down when everything tells you no. And he's not the only one. Take Michael Jordan, the guy everyone calls the GOAT. He was literally cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine that. The greatest player of all time didn't even make the team. But instead of sulking and quitting, he turned it into fuel. He worked harder, practiced longer, and built himself into a legend. Or Oprah Winfrey. She got fired from her first TV job because they told her she wasn't fit for television. Yeah, imagine telling Oprah she's not fit for TV. But instead of letting it destroy her, she turned that rejection into a platform that changed millions of lives. These are real people who proved failure isn't the end, it's the beginning. But here's the problem. Most of us waste our energy on nonsense, complaining about coworkers, chasing comfort like it's a full-time job, and making excuses for why we're not where we want to be. And those 3 things, they're poison. So stop complaining because it fixes nothing. Either change it or accept it. Stop chasing comfort because comfort makes you soft. Put yourself in situations that actually challenge you and stop making excuses because excuses are just fancy lies. You tell yourself so you can stay stuck. Instead, you build mental toughness through habits, practical daily stuff that seems small but compounds into strength, like cold showers. Yeah, I know they suck, but that's the point. You're training your brain to step into discomfort or moving your body. Because a weak body creates a weak mind. Push yourself physically and your brain follows. And meditation, which isn't some mystical thing for monks, it's mental training, teaching your brain focus and discipline. And do something hard every single day, whether it's an extra workout, working on a skill, or tackling that project you've been putting off. Because every time you lean into the hard stuff, you're literally rewiring your brain for toughness. And then there's emotions, stress, anger, fear. They're not the enemy. Losing control is mentally strong people don't explode at every trigger. They pause, breathe, and respond. And that tiny gap between reaction and response, that's where your power is. Control that and you control your life. And here's the kicker. Failure isn't something to avoid. It's something to embrace. If you're not failing, you're not even trying. The most successful people have failed more times than average people have even attempted. Thomas Edison, he failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney got fired for lacking imagination. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter blew up the world. So when you fail, good. That means you're in the game, you're learning, you're building, and the only real failure is quitting. So adopt the mindset that nothing can break you. Life will throw curveballs, it will blindside you, but instead of asking, why me? Start saying, try me. Make your mantra, I will not break, I will not quit, I will push through. Because you've already survived things you thought would destroy you, and you're still here, stronger than before, which means you're tougher than you think. And here's another truth. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is like a flaky friend. Sometimes it shows up, most times it doesn't. Discipline is the real game changer. Discipline means you do it whether you feel like it or not. That's how you win, not with moods, but with consistency. Because mental toughness isn't built in comfort. It's built in the moments you want to stop, but don't. It's built every time you choose growth over excuses, discipline over laziness, resilience over quitting. So let me wrap this up. If you want to stop breaking and start thriving, you've got to stop wasting your energy on nonsense, embrace the struggle, use failure as fuel, and build daily habits that harden your mindset. Because at the end of the day, being mentally tough isn't about never falling, it's about always getting back up. And if this hit you, if even one part of this made you think, damn, I needed that, then do me a favor. Smash that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe. Because this, my friend, is the start of your transformation. And trust me, the future you will thank you for not giving up today.